Welcome to the studio. It's Frayed here. I'm so glad you've joined me. Today we're going to be jelly printing. We're going to be using spray inks and making textured papers with the help of fabulous Taperlogy. Wait till you see what we find in this box. I hope you're going to join me. Stick around for some fabulous fun. Look at this. I love that. I'm finally home. Dream, create, record. Oh man, that's beautiful. So we're up to week 13, 100 days of collage, and I asked the lovely Florence from Taperlogy to send me some papers. Oh. And she said she would put in some extra pieces of her new products. Yay, to have a look at. Look how beautiful they are. Taperlogy, yay. Now, if you see anything you like, it will be in the description under the video. You'll have a discount code. Have a look at that. It really is worth the effort to find where the link is. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so much fun. We're going to do some jelly printing. I'm pulling out the spray inks and we're creating textured papers with the help of Taperlogy, handmade especially for you. Oh my gosh, they look amazing. Oh, we've got some beautiful little stamps. Yay. Some butterflies and flowers, some lace and some, looks like some paper doilies. Oh my gosh, what is that? That looks amazing. We have to check that out. Some fabulous ribbon. And of course, the beautiful, what? Christmas? What are you trying to do to me, Florence? Merry Christmas. No, it's not Christmas yet. It's not even close to Christmas. We're not looking at that till next month. Seriously. Paper. This is what we want. Paper and paper and more paper. Oh my gosh, it's going to be absolutely fabulous. Right, so shall we have a closer inspection of these beautiful things before we pull out the gel plate, make a mess and throw paint everywhere? Let's have a look at what she has in these fabulous packets. It is texture week after all, so we could use some of these as well. Oh man, look at that. They are just beautiful. That is like, frayed ribbons on the edge. I like that raw edge. And the colors are really nice. They're really pretty. That's gonna work. All right, we might use some of these beautiful ribbons in our collage as well because they just look beautiful. Handmade with love, come on. And even the peg's rather cute. Righto, they're a definite goer. We're going to do something with these today for sure, because I love them. What else we got here? Let's have a look at this. I think they're paper doilies. Yes, they are. Paper doilies. They would work well in collage for sure. Absolutely beautiful. Loving the texture of those. All right, we'll put those on the side. We might think about that. Something might work with those. What else have we got? Oh, some new stamps. That's always fun. We love new stamps. We love getting stamps. Let's have a look at these. Oh yes, that's pretty nice. New Zealand, really? Look, it's a New Zealand stamp. Fantastic. Oi, don't give me no Christmas stuff. It's too early, it's too early. These are beautiful and they look really authentic. Loving the stamps, they're fabulous. They're going to work for another day. Not today, but definitely for another day. You know I love doing travel themes. So we're gonna keep those somewhere safe. And let's have a look in this pack. We've got some beautiful flowers, a few butterflies, lovely textures. That'll work for something. Oh, that one's nice. Have a look at that, yes. Liking that one, that would work in collage, absolutely fabulous. If you need a little bit of pretty, there we go. And I'm pretty fascinated with this. Handmade especially for me. Well, you too, I guess. Oh, yeah, baby. Texture, that's what I'm talking about. Have a look at that. That is just beautiful. These textures are going to be glorious in the collage. We'll have to use some of this today. I'm pretty sure pink and fluffy. Oh yeah, look at that. It's even got a metallic thread through it. Loving these. Oh, what's not to love about purple? Definitely blues and greens. They always work well. I'm loving the textures. They're incredibly soft. Metallic threads through them. The colors are glorious. This pack's awesome. Righto, let's get the papers happening and we'll see what kind of creative frenzy we can get in. Right, so let's have a look at what we can do with these beautiful papers. Now, I love these white ones. I forget what they're called, but they'll be in the description under the video. They're absolutely fabulous because you can do so much with them. You can use them for a texture on top of your page or your collage, and they do kind of go a little transparent, so it just makes another layer. They look glorious. I have done that. You can also spray them with the inks, which we're definitely going to do because we're going to be making something, that's for sure. Can't have all these beautiful art supplies and not make something. The patterns on them come through with the collage when you put it on and you see it's just beautiful. These are like one of the best packs for sure. The white ones, because you can do so much with them. I'm going to show you what we can do with them. Let's see what's in here because I'm loving the look of this texture and that's what we're experimenting with today. Yay! There's the name of it. It'll be in the link. You can find it. Oh, man. Yes. That's going to be fabulous. These mesh looking papers, again, look amazing when you create layers with the collage. Fabulous handmade textured papers. They always work well and they can also be sprayed. They look fabulous. Anything that's going to be see-through is going to look awesome. Again, with the netting, that will spray well. That will spray well. Let's spray a few of these. Oh my gosh, we're going to pull out the gel plate because we could take a print with this. Look at the texture and the shape and the lines of this one. Although you could spray it as well. Yes, we're going to get into a bit of a mess in a minute. That would look really nice just on top of the collage. We have to make a collage. We're just going to have to. Look at that. That's going to print well. We're going to print with that one. That's really pretty. That's quite embossed. So that would probably take a nice print. Although you could spray it, it would look pretty. On and on it goes with the fabulous textures. Yes, we're going to be splashing some paint around. That's going to work really well. Love, love, love all of these beautiful textured papers. That's going to print. Oh my gosh. But wait, there's more. There's this pack as well. Actually, this one's got some really nice natural tones to it. So I think we'll just spray and paint and gel print with those ones. And perhaps we'll collage it with these ones and make something beautiful in my art journal. I hope you're going to hang around, man, because I'm feeling like we need to create a collage after we spray everything. That's going to work. That is fabulous texture. You want to touch it? You want to touch it? It's beautiful. I love tactile. Right, so these ones are beautiful. They're already colored. That's going to work well. We're going to use some of these other ones that we're spraying and jelly printing. Look at that. To go with these ones. So we're going to go with some warm tones. I know, big surprise. Maybe pull out some of the eye inks and some coffee. That's beautiful. Love that. That's going to be great. That needs some gold, don't you think? We might do some stenciling too. Okay, let's do that as well. Oh, yeah, baby. Some gold on that. Oh, that's the Agora lace right there. Right there. All of these beautiful neutral tones are going to work fabulous. Love, love, love. A little bit of tissue. Fabulous papers. Let's stencil those ones. Oh, man. All I'm seeing is a jelly print right there. What a fabulous stencil that's going to make. So we're going to use that one and that one on the gel plate. We're going to do some stenciling and stamping onto these ones. And then we're going to put it with those ones in a fabulous collage. Love that just by itself. Look at that. Beautiful texture, great color, fabulous pattern. stencil. Yes and yes is all I can say about that. So now that I'm hysterically excited, oh man, some more Agura lace. Look at the color. Loving it. We're definitely stamping, stenciling, spraying with inks, jelly printing, and then putting a collage together. So you need to go and get a cup of coffee because this could be a seriously long episode. So many beautiful papers, so many possibilities. Now, this week I've been watching the Wanderlust from this year on Kasha's lesson on sprays and mists. I tell you, you learn something all the time. So I was like shaking the heck out of my spray inks, and apparently that's not what you should do. You should go side to side like this, because if you're going up and down like this, the pigment's going to come up to the nozzle and stick and clog up easier. I know, right? Such a simple thing. I don't know why I hadn't thought about it. And you also don't need to shake the heck out of your dye sprays because they're dyes. They're not pigments. They don't have minerals in them. I know, right? I felt so stupid, but I'm telling you, it really is always good to watch what other people are doing and teaching because there's always something to learn. Now, I'm watching this year's episodes and it's been really good. If you want to jump into next year's, I'm one of the teachers for next year's. I know, I'm so excited. I get to join the team. Yay! It'll be my first time. Can you tell? So have a look. In the description under the video, you'll find a link there. I think there might be a couple of the early bird spots left. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me. I think there might be. Have a look anyway if you're keen. What I like about the Wanderlust, look at this, is that there's like 32 teachers, so it's really varied. There's so much to choose from. There's so many different styles. There's so many people doing so many things. I think that's what I really like about it because, you know, we all like different stuff. We all respond to different teaching methods and different styles and techniques, but there's always something to learn. Now, these dye-based sprays, they will reconstitute and they bleed through in the collage, which annoyed me a couple of times. So then I spray them with a matte spray varnish. This is the one I've been using. It's just a matte varnish. You don't have to use this one, but I just like to spray it because it takes like, you know, 2 seconds. Not now, it's wet, but 2 seconds is done, sprays it. It seals it so it doesn't bleed so much because sometimes it annoys me. Sometimes it doesn't. And if you find these in your inspiration pack, which you will, just know I probably haven't sprayed them. I only spray them just before I'm going to use them in collage. But I love these eye zinc dye sprays. I like the coffee and the licorice is my favorite. And the tea, but I think I've run out of tea. How cool do these look? See, you can see the pattern still. That's absolutely fabulous for spraying and dyeing. Yes, I'm going to make a mess today, so that's just how it's going to go. So I just found these acrylic gloss spray. Actually, Kasha showed me. I know, right? We're BFFs now that I'm watching her. And I just like the way that they dry permanent. They don't reconstitute. They're even glossy. I like glossy. I know. But I do. Look how cool they spray. It's like having, like, you know, spray paint. That's pretty fun. It dries permanent, doesn't reconstitute, which suits me a lot better. Ta-da! Oh man, 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds. That came in the pack. Fantastic. Love it. Look at that. That works so well. Let's do some more. What about this shape? That'll be cool. Sideways, sideways. It's really hard to get out of the habit of shaking the heck out of them like that, right? And just go sideways, gentle, calm, and sideways. See, you can always learn something. Look at this. Yes. Oops, I just moved it. Not to worry. It's only collage paper. That one is ruby. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, baby. Look at that. We have stencils. Stencils come with the paper packs. It's fantastic. Now I'm just spraying this at the moment on a piece of plastic because I didn't want those other dye sprays to bleed onto my new pieces of paper. So I could probably mop up the overspray with another piece of paper. Yes, let's find one. What about one of these beautiful little soft white ones? That would probably clean up well. And if I added a bit of water to it, it would probably suck it up even more. Yes, look at that. It's like using tissue. Righto, righto. Fantastic. That just mopped it up so easy and so well. Bit more water, get it moving a little bit more. And now we have a beautiful another painted piece of paper. Yay. Don't worry at how messy my hands are gonna get. Just go with it, right? It's gonna be a frenzy today, just accept it. Look at that. Now that's beautiful. We've used the overspray. The paper's gloriously painted in a pretty color. Yay. What's next? Right, now I've got some stencil butter in turquoise and we're going straight onto the paper with the stencil that was provided. If you don't have stencil butter, you can just mix the acrylic paint with like any of the thicker mediums, heavy gel medium. You can get it in gloss, you can get it in matte, you can get it in a whole heap of different brands. But if you don't want to buy any of the mediums, one of the girls in the Facebook group said she used powder with the acrylic paint to make it thick like the stencil butter. Really? Powder? All right, come on, you got to give it a try. And one of the other girls said she used corn flour with her acrylic paint to make it thick like stencil butter. So there's ways. You just have to experiment, be brave, try some ideas, and if it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. Look at that. That's pretty nice. I don't want to put this down because I want to turn it over and use the rest of that beautiful stencil butter on that side. So let's put it on there. What should we rub it with? Maybe we'll get a piece of paper. What the heck, we'll just use another piece on top, okay? Okay, it's all very experimental today. Let's have a look and see what that did. Oh, that's a pretty nice print, look at that. What did it do underneath on my white paper? Yes, that looks fabulous too. You know that's gonna work on the gel plate. Hello, it works just by itself. Now, I can't go past putting some on in the champagne gold stencil butter. Oh man, that'd be just wrong. I don't know how well this one will take a print because it's a little thin and my stencil butter's quite fat. Possibilities really are quite endless. You could put acrylic paint on, you could put spray on, you could put both on. And this texture is really cool for a stencil. You could use it, you could glue it on top. Oh man, just endless. Righto, righto. What do we get with that? Oh, that is a really nice texture. Look at that. Could almost be like scales. Right, let's find another piece, put the overflow on, and then we'll rub it with another piece. See, it's just endless. Possibilities are endless. Oh man, look at that. That's fantastic. I love that. That looks even better than that one. Yeah, I'm thinking so. That one's a bit... Oopsies. Look at that. That one looks great. Loving that. Loving that too. That works better. Look at that. That looks fantastic. So you've got all three different prints out of one scraping with the stencil butter. Yes, that does look a bit thick. I have to agree with you there. These cut lines I think I'm loving more, but I would still use that. I'd probably cut a shape out of it, make it a focal point, put something in the center. You know, everything gets used in collage depending on how you feel, what mood you're in, what colors you're using, and it's just a whole lot of fun. Righto, I think it's time to pull out the jelly plate. Now, some of these papers are going to work well to leave marks on the plate. to create the texture, and some of them will work well to actually receive the print. Do we know which ones? No, we have to experiment. That's the fun of it all. Let's start with a little bit with Liquitex copper, and let's try this paper. I'm thinking that one's definitely going to leave a mark, and we get to color the paper. It's a win-win. That one's got a really nice weave, so let's try that and see if that leaves much of a texture. I'm thinking this one's going to leave some textured marks for sure. And of course, we know that these ones will leave marks, and they're going to have to use another piece of paper to push that down. This one actually might leave a nice texture. All right, let's try that there. So let's give that a go. We'll push that down into the plate with that one. Push these on here, and we're starting to add color to these papers, so it's a win-win, 2-for-1 deal. What's not to love? Righto, let's see if any of these papers did anything exciting. Oh, look at that. That's a nice texture on there. We're already winning. That's going to print for sure. That is a fabulous mark, and this paper's now getting some beautiful copper on it. That one's left a slight texture. Not too bad. What about the weave? Yes, the weave looks like, this one looks like my draw liner I was using last week, which I love. That's a fabulous texture on there. And that one's left some beautiful dots. So, what do we think? Should we wait and pull the print? I think we should, but let's add some more of this on here. Is there anything left on my brayer? Not much, just a little. We'll add a few more textured marks onto it, and then we'll pull the print. Yeah, it's kind of not too bad. Not too bad. Not that much left on the brayer. What would happen if we sprayed it? I don't know, actually. What would happen if we sprayed it? Should we try it? Well, you know, we are being very experimental, so let's give it a try. Just a little bit, just side to side, gentle. Just a little bit of the acrylic spraying. I hope it comes off my plate. Oh, look at it. That is beautiful. Righto, I'm not going to get carried away. I'm going to let this dry, and then what will we pull it with? Maybe I'll just pull it with white so I can see how well my brilliant ideas worked. Oh yes, look. Okay, one more. Man, I hope this spray comes off my plate. All right, we'll let that dry, and then we'll think about what we might want to pull it with. Yes, I know, perhaps that was a little rash, throwing the spray ink on the plate, but I don't know, man. I get so excited and caught up in the moment. It can only not work, really. What does it really matter? I don't know that it's entirely dry, and I have no idea if it actually will pull up off the plate. I'm putting on some nickel ozo gold because it's a beautiful, rich, warm color that will go well with the red and the copper that's on the plate. And let's see, oops, that's probably not enough. Let's see if we can get some of that print to come up off the plate. Righto, what are we going to pull it with? I've got some glassine, but not enough, clearly. It almost made it to the edge. Oh, man. Let's put some wet strength tissue on that side to pull that tiny little strip up. And we'll see which one works better. Righto. Scary moment of truth. Oh, that came up without too much drama. I don't know why you were worried. Look at that beautiful colour. Oh, yes. The spray ink has come off the plate. Well, most of it. So we're doing okay. It's got a little bit left behind. But, you know, we like how that contributes to the build-up on the plate. That's not too bad. That's not too bad for such a crazy experiment. Look at the texture here where the spray ink is. That is so cool. I can see the marks here of the different papers that I put on the plate, and I can see the shapes here from this one. That prints really well. Well, that's okay. Not so stressed now. The spray ink came off the plate, mostly. I think we should try it again with a darker colour, because I think it would have more impact if it was darker. You'd be able to see the texture more. Let's go with some Van Dyke Brown. Righto, so I am busting to try this piece. That's going to leave a great texture. And yes, I want this one again because that worked really well. Oh, what about the circles? Yes. Let's put, oh, well, it's still got some stencil butter turquoise on it. Does it matter? Nah, not to me. Right, let's use the same pieces of paper to push the fabulous stencils down. They're called stencils now, even though they came in your paper pack. Oh, yeah, baby. Look, and then it just adds more texture to this piece of paper. When I'm finished printing, I could give it a light spray with something to fill in the gaps if I wanted to, and I think it would work really well, having all the different layers and texture on it. It's also pushing a little bit more texture onto the plate. Look, you can see it there. It's got little dots in between the big dots. Righto. Yes, that looks fabulous. Yes, I knew that one would. And we know that one works really well. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to, either the bronze or the Ozo gold. Such decisions. A little bit of turquoise on there, that could add to it nicely. Well, I could go with the nickel Ozo gold or the bronze, and yes, the bronze won in the end. What can I say? I just love me a bit of bling. Sometimes it's hard to know which colour's going to look best, and you don't really know till you pull the print up if you made the right decision. But we'll give it a go. I've got wet strength tissue. You know, it would have been good if I had had a piece for the whole thing, but yeah, I didn't. So where's my other halfy piece? There it is. I'm going to add some more to this piece, and it's going to probably end up being amazing. We'll just keep tacking those colours on it, and it could end up to be the best print of the lot. You never know. Righto, what do we get? Oh, yes. Yeah, I think this print's going to be the best with the little pieces on it. Look at that. We have to do another one just so we can keep filling it up. That looks fantastic. Righto, righto. Yeah, it's sticking a little. Oopsies, just tore it on the plate. But not to worry, I'm going to tear it up anyway. The bronze looks great. There's a little bit left over on the plate, but look at the textures in that. That's a crease line, don't worry about that. That's that textured paper that I was busting to use. So that one's the print of that. That works really well. There's the fabulous circles. Love that piece of paper. Well, it's a stencil. And there's the other ones. They print really well. They just work fabulous on the gel plate. They work great spraying them. Right, we've got such great papers for our collage. Oh, I might just do one more. I'd like to make a focal point. These papers have already dried. This is with the acrylic spray gloss. Look how fabulous it printed. And they're already dried. I'm thinking I want to put like a focal point on these two, and I've got two in case I stuff one up. I always print more than I need, always. And then the leftovers go into my inspiration packs. So, you know, nothing's wasted. But I'm thinking, what about to create a focus? Let's give that one a go. Now, you can't put too much paint down when you do these fabulous ink blots, and it doesn't always work out exactly how you want. Just so you know, it's always very experimental with everything I do, but that looks okay. I don't mind that. Let's go that way. We could add more to it, of course, with the next one. I do really like the simple lines. I think they work best. It's just really hard to judge how much paint to put on. How much is too much? Yeah, I know. It's difficult. So this one's my favorite. Of all the papers I've printed, this one's my favorite. So I'm hoping I'm not going to stuff it up. It's got a beautiful texture. Look, you can see the weave of the paper. It's sprayed up beautiful with the acrylic spray. And I just wanted to add like a focal point or something else onto it to put into my collage. Ready? Ta-da, ta-da! Yes, I'm liking that. Little bit of ink blot creates a bit of an interest, and we can put this piece into my collage. Righto, well, I think we're doing well with our paper stash and our beautiful textured paper for our collage. And let's gather the rest of the prints, put a collage together because they're just all so beautiful. I do really love this one. It was the last piece of paper that I picked up when I was tidying up. It looks like it's the Handmade roses on it. I sprayed it with one of the spray inks. I used the ruby in the acrylic spray, but it looked too pink. So then I sprayed it with the coffee, which made it a really nice color. Now everything's mostly dry except for the stencil butter. That's not dry, but I'm busting now to put a collage together with all of these beautiful options. So where are we going to start? So of course I also have all of the other beautiful papers from the pack. It's going to be very textured, it's going to be very layered, and it's going to be really hard decisions to decide which ones to actually put on my page. So I think I'm going to start with putting this beautiful print on that I took with all of these textures because I'm not sure where I want to head. It may get completely covered, but that's okay. I can live with that. If it does, it does. It's a nice print and it's beautifully textured, but I just need to start somewhere and get a background down. So that's going on this side. Clearly now we're going to be going with some earthy tones. And then because I can't just leave one page by itself, I'm doing this side as well. It's got a serious curve on it now from all of these beautiful collages, but we can't let that stop us. And I'm going to start this side with this print. So that puts down my two biggest prints. And I do think that's a good idea for a background, and it's a great place to start. Right, well, I may be adding some random papers to the page until I figure out what it is I really want to do. So let's just go a bit crazy, add some papers and see where we end up. All these papers have come out of the beautiful Taperlogy packs. This one's quite thin and more transparent, so it would be great for layering and just adding another tone to the page. So I'm going to add some of the same textures on this side, and because the background color is so different, it's going to have a whole different effect. Let's put the chocolate color on this side, and over that beautiful orange, it's going to really look dynamic. That's the beauty of using the matte gel medium, is that it stays wet for quite some time. So you can pick pieces back up, put something under it, change them, move them around. Remember, if you're not liking something, you can just change it. The way you begin is not always the way where you end up, especially if you're going with an intuitive approach like this is, and you're not sure where you're headed. I'm really not sure what I want to create. I just know I want to use these incredibly beautiful textures. So it's going to definitely change as I move along. I respond to each piece I put down. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I want it over that piece, under that piece, around that piece? What shape do I want it to be? So all of these things are going through my mind as I'm creating the collage, and I'm just responding to it as I'm putting each piece down. And if I don't like it, I'm going to change it, pull the piece back off, or just move it. I wanted that piece under that piece. I love the way the orange comes through these papers. That looks beautiful. I don't know that I really want to be doing too much more to it because I'm just loving all the textures. I think we need a focal point. We're going to definitely have something happening here. And on this side, same thing. We need something there. I'm just not sure what that something's going to be. And I would like a little piece of this on that side. These papers have sprayed up so beautifully. They're so soft. They're so easy to use. Okay, so what's our focal points going to be? That's the next question. So I think I want to use this for a focal point for this side. But first of all, we need to cut a circle. So this is one of my favorite bowls. My son brought me these from China, and I'm going to put the black marks somewhere towards the left side. Yes, it's not going to be exact. It's an ish, kind of a guess. We'll see how that went. Not too bad. And then I think I'll add a little bronze something next to my black marks. They look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them. And that's going to be the beginning of our focal point. What we're going to add to it, I'm not too sure, but I've got so many options, so many beautiful papers, and I would still like to pull out those fabulous ribbons. They looked beautiful and the colors would match. So, you know, we're going to have to pull one of those out. Righto, that's not too bad, not too bad. Put that there somewhere, like that. Definitely going to add something. Perhaps one of these from my recent printing frenzy with my fabulous stencil. Maybe one of these crosses would work because it's in the right color and I really like the shape. Yeah, that'll work. We'll just trim it down a little. It's actually been sprayed with the same eyes ink color as that one, which is the glorious licorice color. So that'll work. Just got to get the right size. What do you think? What do you think? Not too bad, not too bad. Now I would really like to use one of these because they're just so beautiful. Look, and the colors match really well. I just have to work out how to put them on the page. man, they're just glorious. Perhaps this one, because it would add a really nice lighter shade to the page. That could work. Where are we going to put it is the question, but I'm thinking, look at it, it's beautiful. Oh, what about if we put it over this like that, and then we put the cross on like that? Winner. Yes, loving that idea. And then we put the cross there. Very interesting focal point, beautiful colors, lovely textures, and I think we would pretty much be done with this idea. Righto, what about this side? I really love this piece, and the color works really well. I know it's too big, so how am I going to trim that down? But it would make a fabulous focal point. First of all, I'm going to see if I can tear the edge, because if I could rough it up a little, make it a little smaller, I think this could work really well. It's actually really tough to tear. Maybe we should just follow the circle shape. Man, I don't know what it's made of, but that's tough stuff. That could work, what I've just torn off there. The color looks beautiful. Maybe the ribbon looks better on this side with this piece. Color works, that's for sure. Oh man, that does look pretty good. What do you think? What do you think? We could add another of these cross shapes. You know, I've got a whole page of them. Can rip out another one. That looks even better with two on there. That's a really beautiful ribbon. It's a lovely color. The texture is working beautifully. What happened to that? Yeah. Oh man. Now I'll have to find something else to put over that. What about some of this fabulous thread with the beautiful silver? What about we put some of this? Oh yes, that's gonna work. Let's put maybe two of these on here. I know, right? I've got to stick all this down. My page is never gonna close. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. All right, that's what we're doing. We're gonna put two of these on there. There's our focal point. That looks glorious. Maybe we'll add a little bit of orange over here to brighten up that section. And it would match the other side. Something like that. Little bit of pop of orange. Brighten it up, match the other side. Stick that down. Maybe we'll put a little bit of the dots on that side to match that. See, look at us go. Just a matter of working out the shape. Something like that to bring that textured paper over to this side. Take the orange over to that side. Yeah, righto. Let's give that a go. So I really want the orange back here. I'm going to do rather a risky move, but I'm always good for risky moves. I'm going to use the spray gloss and put it right here and run it off the page because I want that orange color back. I did spray some bronze shimmer on the page and it looks pretty, but it's not enough. So there you go. I had to add that color back. Now hopefully that should dry quite glossy as it is acrylic paint, right? So that'll be a good test. Haven't tried this before, but that makes me a lot happier about that spot. It's not quite the same orange, but you know, it's okay. Adding a little of the ruby in to see if we change the color just a fraction. Make it a bit deeper was the thought. Perhaps a little bit of water to get it moving. And I think that's going to work out okay, depending, of course, how it dries. You know I want to put some over there now. But I don't think I want to add the red. Got this fabulous medieval colour. Yes, I'm going to do it. Too late. You can't stop me. We'll let that one run off the page. Add a little bit of water. Should look really good on top of the orange. And we'll see how they dry. What's the worst thing that can happen? It can only not work. Can always dab it back off again if it's not going where I want it to go. But I'm liking the colour. It looks nice against the orange. That's going to be okay. So what do you think of my beautiful collage pages? I absolutely love them. If you're still here and you're watching, thank you for staying to the end. I know it's been a super long episode, but I was on a roll and you have to strike when inspiration is there. These papers are absolutely beautiful. I love what Florence sent me from Taperlogy, and I had so much fun jelly printing, spraying and using them in these collages. And there's so many other possibilities that you can do with these fabulous papers. Look at the glorious textures. I really hope you enjoyed the creation of these fabulous pages. Thanks for joining me today. Didn't these papers turn out so beautiful, so much fun, and how fabulous is that box of supplies from Taperlogy? Oh man. Now don't forget, if you want more info, discount code, you'll find it in the description under the video. You'll also find more information there for anything you're looking for. And I'll leave you with the playlist for 100 days of collage in case you've missed any of the episodes. See you next time in the studio.